Hi guys, follow me on Instagram to never ever miss any of my crazy updates. Hi guys and welcome to another vlog. I am driving this, the Maruti Swift Dzire, the original, the first generation, and let's open the engine bay right away. So here you go, you can see Suzuki DDI written over here. I love this engine. I remember removing the engine cover and doing a lot of other things with this vehicle, which I'll tell you while driving this vehicle. Anyways, as you can see, the design is kind of a mismatch. You can see the headlight look nice, chrome on the grille doesn't look that nice, fog light over here. And let's quickly get into the side of this car. As you can see, the tires are actually small. Now these are 185/70/14s because the person who owns this car has upsized it. Otherwise the regular car used to come with 165s on the lower variants, and on the top Z trim obviously you got wider tires which happen to be 185s. As you can see, this car is 10 years old, but it is in mint condition. DDI is written over here, and everything seems fine till you come over here and then you realize what has happened over here. The designers were not paid enough money to make a proper design. Well, actually that's what happens when you try to make a sedan out of a hatchback, and there were no limitations of keeping it under 4 meters. So yes, it kind of got really long over here and awkward as well. The front and rear don't match at all. This is the rear light. Swift Dzire, Z was capital. The Dzire used to use the Swift's name to actually become popular. Well, now it doesn't need to. Now it's only Dzire with the Z being small. So it's Maruti Dzire. As you can see, that is exhaust. There is the fog light of this vehicle. Suzuki logo over there. Maruti Suzuki written over there. And wheel caps look decent. Not that great. The door handles are body colored. So are the mirrors, and blackened B pillar as well. That's so cool. Antennas placed over here. Enough of roaming all around the car. Let's quickly open the boot. So in order to open the boot, you have to put the key over here. No electromagnetic tailgate opener, and you can see there's a lot of noise coming from this vehicle in terms of rattles as such. Boot is massive. None of the sub 4 meter cars have this bigger boot, and this is the spare wheel of this car. As you can see, it is a smaller size one, 165/80/14. There's a keyboard over here. You can just sit inside the car, connect the keyboard, and you can call Jadu. He will come in no time, and it's so bright and sunny. The sun is over there, so Jadu will be getting maximum energy. Let's quickly get into the rear seat of this vehicle, and as you can see, well, the seats have been pushed back. Proper cup holder over here. Let's get inside right now, and the seat has been pushed all the way behind, so there's no space right now as such. But practically speaking, well, this is how the seat position would be. And there's decent amount of leg room and knee room, and under thigh support is okay, not that great, not that bad either. Headroom is also good. There's a light placed over here. There's a center armrest over here, which seems like an afterthought. There's a handle on both the places. This is the light in the center for the cabin. There's a light in front as well. That's something you don't get in current Swifts. And as you can see, parcel shelf is big enough, so you can put the speakers over there. There are only 2 headrests over here, no third headrest, although the floor is almost flat. Here you can see this handle is finished in sort of a silverish finish. Meanwhile, over here there's an ashtray. And let's quickly get into the driver's seat. But there's a lot to talk about this car. Unfortunately, it's not the Z trim, so it misses out on a lot of features. This is the BDI. And again, door pockets are very small, so you can keep wafers over here, not cup holders. These are actually the controls for the light. This is for the alarm, and this is for the fog light. This is for the headlight leveler. These are the power window switches, manually adjustable inside rear view mirrors, manually adjustable outside rear view mirrors, not inside. And to differentiate it from the Swift, they gave it chrome surrounds on the instrument cluster. As you can see that the audio system has been well integrated. It looks like a factory fitment because it is a factory fitment. No climate control air conditioning over here, and over here you can see the glove box is decent size. Round AC vents on the side, internally adjustable rear view mirror, but not auto dimming. Lights are placed over here, and this sun visor kind of feels small and scooped in. And over here you get a place to keep your toll receipts. Over here you get a mirror handle over here. Seats are decently comfortable as well. The gear knobs numbers are starting to disappear right now. There's a 12-volt charging socket over here. There's space to keep stuff over here. This is the handbrake of this vehicle, and let's quickly turn on the vehicle right away, and it comes to life with a lot of noise. Now this is actually the control for the headlights. This is the control for the wipers. Let's use the wipers right away. Wipers do a decent job, but one of the sprays is actually spraying on the car which is standing behind, not on this car's windscreen. There's a clock as well as a temperature meter over here. This was not there in the Swift. It used to cost 550 rupees. I remember putting it in our Swift that time back in the days, 10 years plus. Not much to talk about in terms of features. So let's get driving. Well, we are stuck over here anyways. Let me tell you something, the gearbox is not smooth shifting. I mean, getting a gear is very difficult in this car. It's very rough. Somehow everything seems very hard and harsh in this vehicle, and the ride quality is also very hard and harsh. I mean, it is not good at all. It crashes through bad roads. That's how the ride is. So let's quickly get onto the right side. Here we go. Okay, let's move roads. Air conditioning off, and off we go. So yes, this is the original diesel engine which Maruti Suzuki used for a lot of years in the Swift and the Dzire as well as the Ritz. And as you can see, it is, or rather as you can hear, it is extremely noisy, very noisy, lacks refinement, plenty of turbo lag. In fact, lower end has absolutely no punch at all, producing 75 horsepower and 190 Newton meters of torque. You might be wondering how to make an overtake. Well, get onto the throttle, the turbo kicks in, and there's a kickback, and it absolutely flies. Yes, that's right, it absolutely flies in the mid-range. Mid-range performance is great. 0 to 100 kilometers per hour takes around 13 seconds, but usually what shines over here is the mid-range. The mid-range performance is very good. In fact, the top end of this motor is also very exciting. It absolutely loves to punch in the top end for a diesel engine, which is very impressive, going all the way to 5000 rpm. Want to make a quick overtake, you have to downshift, and there the motor becomes very noisy and vocal, but certainly pulls strongly and hard. Now this one uses a hydraulic steering. The steering is actually very heavy. There are a lot of rattles also in the car because that Swift used to make a lot of noises. However, it might be lacking in terms of being polished, but it was efficient. It was fun to drive due to the massive mid-range punch. The brakes aren't very strong because of the smaller size tires, but in terms of overall performance, yes, as long as you're able to extract the best from this motor, you will absolutely love this motor. I mean, the newer generation Maruti cars have lost the soul of this original Dzire, or the Swift as well, the first generation, which had the diesel engine. The diesel engine used to really punch. In fact, there's another one coming from there, and although the design was very awkward, or rather the design is extremely awkward and the brakes are extremely weak, what really shines here is this DDIS diesel motor. Not for the city, but out on the highway, there the turbo kicks in and bang, we are off. In fact, I had a Swift diesel, yeah, from 2007. We had modified it. It had a pitch tuning box. It was producing 90 horsepower. It had a cold air intake filter as well, wider tires, wider wheels, what not stuff, 15 inches Denso alloy wheels with imported tires from Yokohama. And I'm telling you, trust me, not even an AMG puts a smile on my face right now, which that car did in that time. That is how fun it was. I mean, every time I used to get into 5th gear and press the accelerator, I used to think, am I in 3rd or am I in 5th? I'm just so freaking confused in life. That's the kind of punch it has. Now we're taking a U-turn over here. Now I'll just show you one thing. The steering wheel, it's heavy. Yeah, there's a lot of effort required to turn, but trust me, the punch from this motor makes you forget everything else. You know, I'm not even kidding. First gear, revving the motor, and that's the level of wheel spin on offer. That's how much it wheel spins. That's how punchy this engine is. In no time, you are actually just rushing away. That's the level of performance. Short shifting to 4th right away. We have a corner over here, braking, getting into 3rd gear, and onto the gas in the mid-range where the turbo is pulled up. And just see, it feels so sure-footed. Yes, there is body roll, but overall performance is great and so much fun. That's the latest Dzire. Lacks the soul completely. This one has the soul. It feels so much fun and definitely very punchy. Now look, turbo is not spooled up, but now it's spooled up and off we go. You can hear the motor makes a lot of noise as well. And I mean, yes, the tires could have done with more grip, but forget everything. This car actually makes you feel like you're driving an AMG. Now I know I'm saying a lot of things which people will be like, "Kya bol raha hai yaar?" But you have to drive the original Dzire or the Swift with the diesel engine, and you realize there's just so much performance on offer. Without the brakes, of course, every time you brake hard, you have to pray, because brakes are fine. That's not the problem. The problem are the tires. The tires are so small that they don't support you, and this car lacked complete refinement. Over 10-15 years, or rather 10-11 years, actually, Maruti has made this motor more refined, blunted the mid-range completely and tried to reduce the low-end lag, but there's only that much they can do because there's still a lot of low-end lag in the latest generation of the Swift as well. And this engine has found itself in like a million cars already. Swift, Dzire, Ertiga, Rates, Ignis, then I think there was the SX4, Ciaz, Brezza. Oh my god, the list is endless, but the original, as they say, is the original, and this one has the original engine. Downshift into 3rd, and my god, what performance from this diesel engine. It absolutely flies. I love it. So the Dzire was available. There's the Dzire, another Dzire. Well, forget everything else. I'm saying the original Swift diesel engine was really nice, but the problem is there were minor issues. Like our Swift, which we had with the diesel engine, obviously it was tuned, had a lot of issues with the gearbox. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all gears. There was no 6th gear, by the way. 5 gears blew up at different times. So every time the gearbox had to be resolved, you know what you have to do? You have to lift the car, you have to remove the engine, because the engine and the gearbox was packed together. In the 2nd generation Swift, they actually addressed that issue of not having the engine and gearbox together. Otherwise, it's a pain in the ass to do the maintenance. And yes, here we go. Come on, 2nd gear. No turbo, no turbo, no turbo, and there it spools up and there it flies. So guys, this is my review of the Maruti Dzire, the 1st generation. Many of you, I don't know why, they have been asking me about reviewing it. So here it is, and I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed reviewing it. Brakes, yeah, could have been better. Reversing, why are you reversing? What's so much fun in reversing a car like this? Well, I don't know. If you like this video, you know what you have to do. Well, you already know, so I'm not going to tell you. Bye.